and that's it. That's usually when I'm feeling nothing. It's like I'm just void of everything at that portion of time.
Hello.
Yo!
Welcome back to Catablah, the best gosh darn channel on the cable network.
More importantly, our Talk and Play podcast, where it's better than a podcast because we talk about serious and funny topics while we play retro video games.
You got
Super
it.
fun.
You got it.
So anyways,
Girl eye?
Girl eye? Yeah, I have no idea. So typically, what do I do? Oh.
Hold down. Actually, no. You went. Yeah. Okay.
No, wait, I don't. Oh, there we go.
You gotta hold the run button, man.
Woo! Typically, throughout the week, like if something ever comes up or I notice something in public or whatnot, I'll typically like write it down so that we have some topics to talk about during these. And for some reason, I had girl eye, and I have no idea what that means. Not the slightest clue.
So we're gonna talk about girl eye.
Well, we're actually gonna talk about. I don't know if a lot of you guys out there suffer with RBF. I don't know, resting
butt farts.
Yep. Resting.
You only get
nice
two. You only
face.
get two.
I only get two.
You only get two. Oh.
Woo! I almost made it.
You wouldn't have been able to get over that lip because I know how you are getting it a lot.
I'm not even gonna bother. Oh boy. Oh no. Yeah, we're. I don't know if you guys have this where you'll just be in public or whatever, and people will say, "What's wrong with you? Why are you in such a bad mood?" It's like, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh.
I'm actually in a pretty good mood right now. Like, I don't understand why you think I'm in a bad mood.
But I mean, there's like some people who's just the tone and just the way they say things, they just sound like total dinks all the time, right? And it may not be intentional. You know, what they say, they may think, oh, yeah, no, I'm just answering the question. That's, you know, yeah, you probably have to stand further back so that you drag it. There you go. May not be intentional, but to most people, they come across as a bit of dinks there, bit of jerks.
And I don't mean to be. I just, especially when I'm tired.
You only get one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When I'm tired, it really shows. I have a very monotone voice, and it's so hard for me to talk in the morning. I have no energy in the morning, so when I have to try and
you gotta shoot the bird.
Oh. When I want to shoot this damn bird, no, but when I try to talk to people, I'm forcing my words, and then it just comes out as, how do you get down there?
I don't know. Not with the elephant, I'll tell you that.
I find myself being a jackhole even when I'm not trying to be. Like, for example, my fiance and she refuses to talk to me in the mornings.
You only get one?
So it becomes this big deal, like, oh, you're being kind of a wiener. And I just don't know what to do about it because I'm not trying to be. Oh, I thought I was out of lives. Boop. Do you have that at all?
For me, I find it hard to, when people, like, and I've talked about this before, when it's just like, I'm in a conversation that has gone on way too long, I don't want to talk anymore, I just want to, usually at work, I just want to do my work.
Yeah.
Or I just want to go do whatever it is I was doing, you know, maybe out, you know, I'm out in public, whatever, at volleyball, whatever, and I just want to go and do whatever, because I hate small talk. I have a hard time not acting like a total a-hole because I just want it to be over. I'm like, okay, this has gone on far too long. I just want to go about my day. Please leave me alone. And when people just don't pick up on that, it's very frustrating and annoying to me, and that's when I have problems not acting like a total a-hole.
Do people make comments about it?
No, nobody ever makes a comment about it, because a lot of people I have the problem with probably don't even realize, because they're the ones who just don't realize I don't want to talk to them in the first place.
Yeah.
Wait, I've already beat this level.
No, you died.
I died. Right at the very end. That was lame. Okay. Yeah, okay. One thing that I do have a problem with is sarcasm. I'm very sarcastic, and that's how I joke around, and a lot of people think that that I'm like a total a-hole because of it. But I just like being sarcastic. I love sarcastic humor. It's my favorite.
What's an example of like if people think that you're being a b-hole?
I guess the way I talk to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
To the outside, to the untrained eye, I would look like a jerk. But that's just the way that we joke.
I know you, and I've known you for like well over 2 decades, and even sometimes I'm like, whoa.
But that's just like, that's the way that we both talk to each other, and we both joke around like that.
Yeah.
And to anybody else, they would probably think I'm like borderline emotionally abusive to my girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus. Has anybody ever said anything about that?
Not seriously, because it's normally like, you know, hanging around my friends. They all know what we're like.
Yeah.
So they just kind of, you know, they laugh it off or whatever. But yeah. I almost died again. But yeah, that's one thing. Like the sarcasm, definitely. What does that do? Oh, that's what I needed to do.
Ooh.
Well then, there you go. Yeah, sarcasm is my kind of a-hole thing. Because that's just the way I joke around. I'm really sarcastic, and
yeah,
people take a lot of offense to sarcasm, as I've found through the years.
That's fair.
And it's like, I don't mean anything by it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. That's just my sense of humor. But sarcasm can be...
It can be misread.
It can be easily misread. Just by the nature of sarcasm, right? Uh-oh. So yeah, that's my life.
All right, so Josh is abusive to his girlfriend.
No.
No.
I swear I'm not. We both say the same kind of stuff.
I hate this elephant. I'm so sick of his long nose and big butt.
Describes a lot of people I know.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Oh, never mind. My whole thing, and we've kind of talked about it beforehand, is that I don't have the ability to feel a lot of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm in a situation where everybody's like so excited that they're jumping up and down, and to be honest, I don't feel excitement. I've never been able to feel that emotion. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what it is. Even as a kid, like on Christmas, I'm always like, that's cool, I guess. Whatever.
Surely you felt excited.
I've never felt excited. I'm getting married in August, and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be good. But I'm not like, I'm so excited for this that I'm thinking about it all the time. I don't feel that. I don't have that emotion. I have 2 emotions.
He's literally a robot.
A lot of people call me Sheldon Cooper. Because I don't have those kind of emotions. I have a lot of trouble picking up social cues. And that's where my problem lies, is that, you know, when everybody's laughing or everybody's sad about something, I'm not able to pick that up, so I look like a pretty big butthole. And you know, it does cause some problems. Like, oh, I don't know why you're being such a jerk about this. This is a good thing. Like, I'm not saying it's not a good thing. Why do you think I don't think it's a good thing? I think it's great. It's great for you.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you.
But I have 2 emotions. I have jokey, and I have
angry,
where I go really inside of myself. I get very quiet, and that's it. That's usually when I'm feeling nothing. It's like I'm just void of everything at that portion of time. And if people kind of knew my past, they would understand why I don't have some of these emotions. But yeah, I don't have them, and I can't. Social situations where everybody is like, "Woo, this is awesome!" Like, yay.
Yeah.
Like Gabby J from.
Oh, Gabby J.
Yay!
That's a little. Oh God. The super punch out. That's the word. But yeah, it's. I don't know. And I'm sure everybody knows a person like this too, with like the resting bitch face, and they just always seem like they're in a bad mood. Doesn't necessarily mean they're in a bad mood. They just look like they are, and that's just their face. There's nothing you can do about it.
It was like that skit that we put out with the bathroom attendant, and everybody was commenting on my facial expressions. And I asked my fiance, and I said, "Do I have a super expressive face?" And she said, "No, you just have one of those faces where you always look like you're pissed off, so like the goofy expressions kind of catch people off guard." She said, people just don't expect that from me. Oh, okay, well that's fair. Because she even thinks I'm a robot. She makes jokes about it all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's such a weird thing for me to try and explain to people that I can't feel the things that you guys do, and like I'm sorry, but I don't get your feelings.
Feelings are stupid. Who needs them?
Like even when we're playing volleyball, and like I'll hit a good ball, and everybody's like, "Whoa, sweet hit, man!" and like slapping you, and I won't say anything. It's like, yeah, that's exactly how I am. I don't get pumped up or anything like that. I can't. So anyways, yeah, that leads to a lot of problems with people thinking I'm a jerk. Especially since there's people that work for me, and I can completely see why I look like a jerk. Oh man, I did such a good job on this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever you
That's usually my response is,
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
And then they want the pat on the back, and it's just like, I could have done that too.
Yeah, wow.
Wow,
Good for you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's really bad. Can I not?
No, you have to beat his record on that river dash thing.
Oh, should I go do that?
I don't know, up to you.
I'm gonna go do it.
Okay.
I can do it. I can do it.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe me either. Alright. I'm gonna get stuck.
And it's like along the same vein, like we're talking about unintentionally. There's a lot of situations too where you say something unintentionally, like you thought, like you didn't think anything of it, but then looking back, you're like, oh wow, yeah, that totally could have been taken as like me being a total a-hole.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it at the time, and it's funny because you may not even pick up that the person you said it to was upset or whatever by it, and then maybe it came up later, or you think back, you're like, you know what, I think I might have been a kind of a jerk there.
Yeah.
Like that definitely happens too, and I'm sure everybody's had a situation like that where you didn't mean to be a jerk about it, but you just kind of were.
Yeah.
I mean, it came off that way, or maybe they just took it that way. Ooh, there's gonna be another guy. You gotta get over. Go down. We gotta let Dustin concentrate. He's so close. Go. Oh! No, you were right
Son
there.
of a rat! Poop! I mean, not that. Bleep!
Yeah, you were so close.
Oh, man, I did so good, too.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first.
That-
You guys let us know in the comments I'm sure everybody's you know what?
had a moment where somebody's like,
That's how you get there, okay.
why are you being like that? Why am I being like what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what?
Where you just you unintentionally were a jerk to somebody. Woo, I already got it. Don't need it. I'm sure everybody's had a situation like that where it's just like you said something that you didn't mean to come.
Okay.
Catch rope much?
Before we go, I gotta.
Okay.
I want to see if I can do this.
All right, we're gonna see if Dustin can beat it. Let us know down in the comments. What are some times where you've come across like a jerk, but you didn't mean to? Let us know. And then Dustin's gonna show us all how good he is and beat this. Nope. He's totally done.
Come on, Kitty Kong, you can do this. Got this.
Come on, Dustin. Don't let Grandma down.
No, Grandma.
Ah.
Oh.
There it is.
Nope. Hey. Come on.
You've already lost.
Have I?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 115, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I actually think this level is kind of hard to beat the record once you hit the halfway point.
Yeah.
Because you lose a couple seconds coming out of the halfway barrel.
Yeah.
Now that you've beat it again, you can go back and try it. Anyways, that's going to end the episode. Let us know what kind of a-hole situations you guys have been in. Because I know you have been. Everybody's in one. And we'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.